Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such gaming vlogs as Halo Virgins and Fuzz Roda, The Next Generation. Just kidding, guys. It's TIE Riders too. I figured I'm gonna go ahead and do my vlogs like this. Just trying something new because I noticed a lot of I've seen a lot of gaming vlogs that play shit like, as I said, Halo, Call of Duty, and I've seen one that did one with Skyrim. So I figured I'm just gonna do a retro game. It's just some more retro gaming. The one I'm playing here is Turok Rage Wars for Game Boy Color. I have not played the Turok Rage Wars N64 version, but I heard it was basically just like Unreal Tournament, no real plot, just a series of matches. Well, I don't know. But I played this. I've always been a fan of the Game Boy versions because I grew up with these games. I didn't grow up with the first-person games, except two, because my cousin had two. My cousin had this cheat that got all the cheats that you could get all the weapons, and my favorite was the Cerebral something or other. I forgot what it was called, but it basically devours your brain. That used to crack me up when I was playing it. I don't fucking know. Yeah, just thought I'd try this vlog out. I don't know. Do you guys think I should keep doing it like this? I don't know. You think I should? Go ahead and tell me in the comments section. I don't mind. Well, not really much to say. I haven't, as far as jobs is going, I just got done with an interview at Wally World, aka Walmart. Yeah, I know, I'm selling my soul to a huge corporate company like Walmart, but you know what, it's a job. You know what, I need a good job, I hear they got good benefits, so I'm gonna at least give it a shot. And hopefully, they said they'll call me in about a week because they have 6 other interviewers. I'm hoping I get the job. That way, when I get the job, I'll start saving up for Anime Iowa. I'm going to get that K-Dash cosplay, and I'm also going to get a Freddy Krueger mask with the Freddy Krueger claw. There's this latex Freddy Krueger claw that they have going around. What was it? It was a latex Freddy Krueger claw, or latex where instead of shielding off your face, it actually sticks to your face. You can breathe out of it. You can talk through it, basically, like a regular mask. Yeah, I guess you gotta make up the Freddy Krueger costume yourself, don't you? I don't know. Because those are gonna be my cosplays for this year. Freddy Krueger and K-Dash. And maybe Terry Bogard. If I get a better wig. I'm getting tired of that old wig. So, anyways. Point of this vlog was, yet again, I'm gonna start ranting. I bet you, first off, I guess a couple of rants. I'd noticed Magus X1 did a rant about bro gaming, which I've seen a lot of. Most of them pull that whole "you suck if you don't play" shit, and nothing like that. Actually, my little vlog was I always bring this up in vlogs, or at least I rant a lot about this. It's of course, I've always told people about my tongue fetish. Everyone knows that. But the one thing I've always paid attention to... Now, okay, there's a video that has gone viral. The video's called, Ouchie, or whatever the hell his name is. Levels video, the tongue dance. It was a girl basically dancing to a really catchy techno song. Tongue dancing to a really catchy techno song. And yes, if you're wondering, yeah, I did fap a couple of times to it. Of course, you would expect me to fap to something like that. But, yeah, besides the point of that, the rest of the video, the whole time I've been sort of questioning, because most of the comments, I always kind of have this question, most of the comments range from stupid shit like, "Oh, lesbian's dream girl," to the shit like, "Oh, well, obviously this girl's a lesbian because she does this dance. Any girl that can flicker her tongue like that is a lesbian." I'm thinking, how do you know? And usually I get shit like, "You're frickin' retarded," or "You must be gay if you think that." I'm like, where's your proof? Yeah, that's the At that time, the guy blocked me because I asked for proof that she may or may not be a lesbian. I said, where's your proof she's a lesbian? The tongue? Gender roles, man, but, fucker blocked me. I noticed that a lot. Whenever I ask questions like that, how can you tell someone's a lesbian? How can you tell a girl's a lesbian based off the tongue? I mean, just because a girl has a long tongue, how do you know that? I was like, oh, well, obviously she does all this fancy shit with her tongue, and clearly lesbians would love that, therefore she's a lesbian. Like, yeah, lesbians, they love that, but what about straight guys like me? Straight guys that, quote-unquote, have a tongue fetish and actually find that shit to be extremely hot? What about us? Yeah, actually, this is like one of my favorite levels in the game, by the way. This music kicks ass. Love this music. Sorry. Yeah, it's just another thing that bothered me, because it's like, I ask that question, I usually get shit like, you're fucking retarded, or you're clearly gay, or you like long tongues because long tongue resembles a dick. What was it? Yeah, long tongue tongue looks like a dick, so it makes you look gay. I really don't get it. Like how exactly do you come up with that? Because first off, tongues are way more flexible than dicks. I mean, a lot more flexible. I mean, sorry, can't most people turn their tongue upside down? You can't do that with your dick. You can, but it'll hurt like a bitch. Actually, you can't. I really don't know. Well, either way. I guess this is where I get deep and philosophical. My only thought is, why in the hell... Okay, if tongues were only made to please a woman, then why do men and women have them? I mean, there's really no purpose for them outside of talking and tasting, right? So what's the point of having one outside of what you need it for is to talk and to taste things? Is if you talk, you like that. But that was sort of the thing that bothered me. Okay, this is part of the level of change the subject where I die a lot. And a lot. It's easy to die in this part of the level because fucking... you fall down, you lose a life. It's easy to die in this level, I'll just tell you that much. And I don't die a lot. There I go. Oh, sorry. Alright, changing the subject. It's a lot of... I've always kind of questioned that. If it was only made to please a woman, then why do both men and women have them? Because I know men and women both have dicks, unless you're a hermaphrodite or a tranny. But at which case, physically, you're still not necessarily a woman. Physically. So yeah, the whole gender roles thing. I mentioned gender roles, most people call me a weirdo. And here's the ironic thing. Usually at St. Patrick's Day parties, girls don't mind if I tell them to lick their nose, yet the guys get creeped out when I ask a girl to lick her nose. They get creeped out because I don't ask her to show her tits. Like, you can show her tits at any time. What the hell? You can get her to show her tits at any time. Why don't I ask for something that I want to see? Yeah, I mean, I want to see tits just as much as the next guy, but again, asking for a little more than just tits. Hey, I think the only people that actually didn't make jokes and were fine with it were... Okay, Spill made some jokes because I did a call-in show that they refused to put up. Like, it's one of the call-in shows I talked about, and yet they haven't put that one up. The last call-in they did was the Grammy Awards, and before that, they were doing one for New Year's, and I talked about the party I went to. Actually, I didn't really go to it, but I had fun at the but I at least had fun at home, I guess. I really didn't do much, but yeah. Another thing I kind of wonder, I've always kind of that I've been thinking about a lot was. What was it? Oh, everybody remember the old days of Discovery Zone? For those of you who don't know or weren't born in America, we had this place called Discovery Zone. It was similar to what Chuck E. Cheese is, except instead of basing all their money off their arcade games, most of their arcade games are like overrated kiddie games. Well, then again, there was one that had a Chuck E. Cheese that managed to get away with putting a Mortal Kombat game in there. Uh-oh. Oh, screensaver, guys. Hold on a second. There we go. Sorry. Screensaver interrupted everything. Anyways, the point I was making is that you notice how we have the Discovery Zone was basically, it made all its profits on its playgrounds, and its playgrounds usually took out about half of the building. The playgrounds, you usually just had lots of tubes to crawl around in, lots and lots of ball pits, a huge mountain area in one of the ball pits that sort of reminded me of the Aggro Crag from Guts, if any of you can remember that. It wasn't exactly like the Aggro Crag, but when I was a kid, it felt like it. I mean, I never went to Guts, never even been to Florida, and basically we had a whole fun time there, and I remember, according to them, the whole place went out of business due to high cost or some bullshit like that. As I remember, that was it. I think the point I was making is that, well, I've always wondered, why is it adults can't have shit like that? I mean, can't you have, like, adult-like playgrounds? Do adult playgrounds exist at all? Something like Discovery Zone, where it's just a big, giant jungle gym playground that adults can play around in. You could have, like, maybe a strip club-like place, because, you know, most adults like to do that. Because at least this way, you would be putting your money into something worthwhile rather than wasting all your money at a fucking bar. Like, wasting every single ounce of money you got from your paycheck working in an accounting cubicle or something at a bar to get drunk from lots and lots of stress. I think it would be much better therapy than drinking yourself silly. Yeah, admittedly, I told you I go to bars for the main reason of watching people get drunk. You already know that George Carlin quote. Everybody knows that. I've said it enough times. But I would rather waste my money on something that's worth of value. Of course, video games, old ones. Old ones are cheaper, obviously. But if I were having a hard day, if I were to ever work at a stupid cubicle job in accounting or some bullshit like that, I would most likely want to go to some playground to get all my anger and frustration out. Like, maybe not punch people, but like climb through shit, have a good time playing like an adult ball pit or something. Or maybe like have some specific type of strip joint or something. Let me explain. Like, you know how most guys always go to some strip joint for the sole purpose of just seeing some tail. Why don't you have one that you have to follow, like you have those private ones? Why don't you have one where you can go with the girl into the playground and then you can, like, follow her into, like, some area that's sort of shielded off by everything, you know, go through the playground, climb through all the tubes, try to find her, and if you don't find her, then you don't get your change. Like, basically, you pay for one girl, you gotta go follow her in the tubes and basically play a little game of tag. Or at least this is how I see it. Play a little game of tag, and then if they don't like what they've done, then basically, yeah, that's about it. Sorry, if they don't like if they don't get them in a certain amount of time, they don't tag them a certain amount of time, then they don't get the lap dance or some shit like that. That's just my idea here. Yeah, this part of the game. This is actually my favorite level in the game. Let's see here. Yeah, I hate those guys. They always run at you. They bull rush you and they shoot you. Alright. I'm doing pretty good so far. Alright. Shit! Oh, damn it. Alright, guys. Sorry. I'm Tyradus too. I'll catch you later. Ah, shit. Later, guys. It's the end of this vlog. I'm done talking.